It used to be that if you had a 56 kilobit dial-up modem, you were already on the bleeding edge of technology. But as the internet began to expand and evolve, it became increasingly evident that higher speeds would be needed for an interconnected world. And now that everything is moving online, from banking to retail to entertainment, fast internet connections have become a necessity. But as our regional neighbors speed along on their multi-megabit pipes, here in the country, if you have a 1 megabit per second connection, you can already count yourself among the lucky few. That could all soon change, however, because as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. And joining us this morning to talk about a new broadband service which could shake up the market are Joy Lantin and Vanessa Dolores of Sky's upgraded internet service now called SkyBroadband. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Well, first off, I'm sure people are surprised to hear the new name SkyBroadband. So it's now SkyBroadband, and are we doing away with the Sky ZPD as a name?
Actually, SkyBroadband is an upgrade of ZPD.
Alright.
Used to be when we launched ZPD like 10 years back, internet usage was mainly for email and a little of chat. But now, times have changed and the use of internet has become sophisticated. There are a lot of video streaming, peer-to-peer applications which requires higher bandwidth. So that's why we launched it now as SkyBroadband. And also we wanted to align the brands to Sky, which has been making way for groundbreaking innovations. Like we have Sky Cable, which is the leader and pioneer in cable TV, and just recently we launched Sky Voice, which offers the cheapest ILD rates.
Right. Well, what is the latest offering now for Sky Broadband? I mean, we're seeing big numbers. Nice to see 6 Mbps and 12 Mbps. What is it all about?
We're offering the fastest residential broadband internet service now. We're offering up to 12 Mbps. So that's 4 times faster than any residential DSL.
Well, what happens now to those who are existing ZPD subscribers? Do they still keep their accounts on ZPD, or do they upgrade, or is there option to upgrade to Sky Broadband?
Our subscribers have options, but there are like those who are on 512 kbps and 1 MB. We automatically upgraded them to the next speeds without any change in their monthly service fees.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Which is what speed are they going up to?
The 512 will go to either 1 or 1.5.
Okay.
And the 1 MBs would go to 2 or 3.
All right.
So that's the same package.
Alright, and in essence, you're doing away with the 512 plan, so it's not going to be offered anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so it's too low.
So our lowest would be 1.5.
Will be that low. Alright. Why do you think people would jump to this service? I mean, what market are you catering pretty much for Sky Broadband? Why would they need this kind of speed at home?
Okay. For one, we're offering this to subscribers or to internet users who are heavy download. They use the internet mainly for downloading, peer-to-peer. And if also they have like home networks or small offices, they can use Sky Broadband because they can share the bandwidth.
Alright.
And
Vanessa, how do you see the possibility of people, let's say, sharing bandwidth? For example, at home, not just one user, you'll have 2 or 3 different users. Will this be affected? Will the speed be affected? Or depending on what usage you're using it for?
Well, with the onset of Bandwidth Manager solution, DOCSIS standard, and of course, coupled with a well-engineered infrastructure that has been, less of a problem in recent years. So our bandwidth management is in place to ensure quality of experience and fair share, meaning each customer, we ensure that each customer would have a certain amount of data no matter what the condition of the network is.
All right. How different is cable internet, which is now broadband, as opposed to other forms of internet services in homes, and why would you say cable has an advantage?
Well, for one, the inherent quality of coax is an advantage for cable systems. For one, HFC is more resilient to noise than copper wire, so that's one of the advantage. And that's actually the main advantage. Are you asking for the
in terms of comparing to the other forms of internet out there? Like there's some of them that go wireless, and some that have via the phone lines.
Well,
when you say phone lines, correct me if I'm wrong, that's DSL, right?
That's right. That's right.
And there's a inherent technical difference, right, when you compare the two. But how reliable is cable internet? I mean, I'm sure people will be wondering, Is this affected by the weather, or is this okay to use the internet when I'm watching TV, for example?
Yeah, of course.
No problem.
No problem, because it uses this. We have what we call the forward and the reverse. So our TV uses the forward channel, and the data uses the reverse.
Alright.
So on the IP core also, we have invested heavily on the IP core equipment, on the redundancy, and just like any providers, we have multiple transit providers to ensure a 24/7 access to the net, and it also allows us to give the best route or the best path to international sites.
All right, Joy, what are the packages available for the subscribers out there?
We have our Sky promo block. That's a triple play.
Okay.
So for $5,999, they get up to 12 Mbps speed, and then they get Sky Cable Gold as well.
Okay.
And Sky Voice Plan 100 that allows them to call US and Canada. And then kung meron din, we have something lower, the 6 MB, that's $3,999.
Alright.
So it also comes with Sky Cable Gold and Sky Voice Plan 100. For users that those that need it for basically applications that doesn't require heavy bandwidth, no.
Right.
So we have 1.5, that's $999, plus we give you a 15% discount on your cable TV,
Alright.
and we also have 3 Mbps for $1,999, and we also give you 15% discount on cable TV.
All right. Did you see the need for this? I'm sure before you come out with a new product and going up to higher speed, you'd kind of feel the market out and see what the demands are in terms of their usage. And have we really seen an influx of, one, people getting more on the internet at home, and number two, really demanding for more speed? I'm sure, tinatawagan mo kayo, pwede bilisan yung speed, or can you offer something higher? I mean, did you get that feel?
Yes, kasi the way they use the internet has really changed. So a lot of downloading, a lot of peer-to-peer. So people are asking for higher bandwidth.
It's really P2P eating up the bandwidth, actually.
Personally, my personal experience with really high bandwidth was when I was in the US early this year, and I got a taste of 4 Mbps. Like, wow. Compared to what I had at home, like, I clicked on something on iTunes to play. It's like a podcast live on Apple TV. It's like, well, it's there. As opposed to being here, it would take me about 30 minutes to wait. But Vanessa, what is your personal experience on a technical background? How different this speed really is, and how does it really make a world of a difference, especially when you want to watch video and content that really demands bandwidth?
Well, let me share you my recent experience. We tried to download a 300 MB file. It took us about 5 minutes.
You're serious? 5 minutes?
Yes, 5 minutes.
Wow.
So I can let you try that, so you can
Okay.
experience the same in the Philippines. You don't have to go to the US.
And those are normally the file sizes of what people would get from video content, pretty much, and that's a good 45 minutes of video content that normally would take on an average, I'd say, 2 hours, an hour, 2 hours, right? For the average speeds of
yes,
home
that's
usage.
right.
5 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes.
That's faster than
But of
ordering
course-
food in the restaurant. But you're saying you wanted to add, but of course.
For P2P, there are quite a lot of factors to see. You have the number of seaters, number of features. You have to consider that.
Right.
But then, as I've mentioned, it was my recent experience.